Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad that you're here, and we are doing our first play reading virtually for JCompany. So thank you very much for being here, and I'm so excited. There are a few rules, but I'm going to hand that over to our brilliant director, Erin Petersen, who directed this originally, and she's going to talk to you about our rules for you, and then introduce the cast and tell you all about why we're doing this and where it's coming from. So thank you very much, Erin. It is all you, my friend.
Oh dear. So welcome everybody. This is such a different and unique way to enjoy theater. So thank you for trying this with us. This is our first run through. Oh, and then there's cats involved. Sorry. A first kind of trial run of this sort of performance platform. I'm hoping that it is successful and we have fun with it and we can continue to do more. So because this is our first go around, really, we're going to learn a lot. We're going to try some entrances and exits with our friends on stage using the option to turn your camera on and off. Only our actors will be doing that. Even if you want to chime in and unmute yourself and say, "That was a great job, Nika," you can refrain from doing that and make sure that you keep yourself muted and your video is stopped the whole time, just so that we can ensure some clear storytelling, because Shakespeare can be tricky enough with the language that we want to make it as accessible as possible. So if you could stay muted and you can turn your video off. We do have a chat open, but you're gonna want to watch the whole piece and not go on into the chat. But there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else rules-wise, Joey. Anything else rules-wise that I'm missing?
I think you hit all of them.
Okay.
I think depending on how long this takes, because we don't know, I thought maybe at the very end, if we wanted to do a little Q&A with people, and how we'll handle that is at the end, once we're finished and everybody bows, if you have a question, please send me a chat, and then I will ask the question to the director and or the actors. Okay, so if you do have a question about how we came to this or any of the work we've done, I will be happy to ask that question for you. But send me a chat. Don't just blurt it out. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. And again, this is it's a very scary time, honestly. We don't know what's going on. We don't know when we're gonna, really be in the same room with each other next. So Shakespeare and theater is really about bringing people together. And this is, I say, a challenge. And these young artists and JCompany and really the entire theater community, we are rising to that challenge. And so thank you for joining us. Thank you for your patience, because I'm sure technology, it's its own beast. And so Wi-Fi's might be glitching here and there. But so thank you for trusting this process, and we're just here to have some fun and share and connect. So that's all from me. Anything else?
Erin, did you want to introduce your players?
Oh my goodness!
Just thought,
yes.
And then maybe they could wave and hello to the camera, so we know who to look for when they're speaking.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. In fact, let's see. We're first gonna see. Can I have my Duke Theseus? Can I have all my royals and lovers turn your cameras on? Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh, look at them.
Unfortunately, it's like not letting me do it or something.
Oh. Here, Joey, can you request to turn on Nathan's camera?
I just did.
Well, I'm going to show you. You'll see Nathan in just a second. But so we have our Hippolyta, Alara playing Hippolyta. Oh, there you go. Wave and say hello, Alara. There you go. We've got Duke Theseus, Nathan right over there. Wave, my friend. Perfect. And then we have Aegeus. Aegeus, wave your... Oh, there you go. And Aegeus is the mother of Hermia. Hermia, wave your... Oh, there you go. Hermia is in love, you guys. Hermia is in love with this guy named Lysander. Lysander, oh, there he is. That's Kuresh right there playing Lysander. And then where is my Demetrius? Ron. That is Demetrius right there. And then we also have our... Oh, yes, Helena. Wave, Helena. There, that is Reagan playing Helena. Awesome. Great. So we have three groups of actors, or three sets of characters. So that is our lovers and royals. Say goodbye, lovers and royals. Get ready for your first scene. Bye, guys. And now, can I have my mechanical show up? Mechanicals. Oh my gosh, look at them. What a group. All right, led by the one and only Carolyn Sutton playing Peter Quince, the director. And then we have the actor that thinks he knows what's up. We've got Kai Bankston playing Nick Bottom. Oh, yeah. And then some of our other players that we have that are just holding down the fort. Nathaniel as Flute. There he is. We've got Sam playing Snout, who ends up playing the wall. It's hilarious. And then we also have Violet playing Snug. And Peyton, Starveling, the moon. Perfect. So these guys are silly. I love them. Fantastic. Go get ready. And our last group are our fairies. Ooh, get ready for some magic. Oh, and you're going to see a familiar face in there. So we got a couple that are coming. Oh, there they come. All right. So we've got the King of the Fairies, Oberon, played by Caroline Egler. Look at her. Yeah. And then the Queen of the Fairies, Titania, played by Sasha. Yes. And we've got a couple other fairies. We have our Alara and Rachel as our Titania's fairies. So say hello again. Oh, yes. There they are. And also Ella right over there. Look at her peace blossom. As well as the young changeling boy, the young child that Titania has adopted, the changeling boy, which is Emil. Wave your hand, Emil. Yes, he is our one mortal that hangs out with all of our fairies. And then there's another sprite in there that I see. Who is that? Mr. Joey Landwehr, are you playing Firefly? Yes, he is. I'll get ready for that. And then we also have Nathan again playing one of our sprites, and Alex right there playing Toadstool and Philostrate. So hello, you guys. So that is our cast. It is a big cast. Who am I not? Me? Who? Oh. Some would say, no, it's all switched on mine. I'm so sorry. Some would say that this is the lead. This is the one that creates all the magic. And I cannot believe I almost forgot her. I will never live this down. So Nika, she's muted, so you can't hear her laughing at me. Nika will be playing Puck. And Puck is the one that causes all this mischief. So get ready, and she is going to get ready for some magic. All right, so you guys are all ready. Go get ready for your scenes. And, without further ado, I am ready. Okay, so sit back, relax, and enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream. Act 1, Scene 1, Athens, the Palace of Theseus.
My fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night, and 4 nights will quickly dream away the time.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and one day love, doing these injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, and my noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. Be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia, the advised fair maid? To you, your parent should be as a god.
Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
Who is Lysander?
Take time to pause, and by the next new sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for your disobedience to your parents' will, or else wed Demetrius.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. As she is mine, all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. I am beloved of beauties, Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch to his head, did love Nader's daughter, Helena, and she, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon the spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. You, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your mother's fancies to her will. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus go along.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. Hear me, Hermia. I have an aunt, a dowager. From Athens is her house, remote 7 leagues. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. Place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth unto thy father's night, and in the wood there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, in that same place thou hast appointed me tomorrow, truly will I meet with thee.
Ew. Ew.
Here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? Not fair again, unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns teach my smile such skill.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you dote on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Scene 2, Athens, Peter Quince's house. Entered the mechanicals.
Is all our company here?
You are best to call them generally man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, and then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, and a merry, I assure you. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? Is he a lover? or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Oh, what is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I've a beard coming in.
But that's all one. You shall play a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Oh, and I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe, too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus, dear. Thy Thisbe, dear, I love her, dear. And lady, dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I am slow of study.
We do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion, too. I will roar. That will do any man's heart good to hear me roar. I will roar, that the Duke may say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and ladies, and they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
Yeah,
That would hang us. Every mother's son. You can play no part but Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts. Meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse. I pray you fail me not.
There we may meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
Act 2, Scene 1. A wood near Athens. Enter all fairies and sprites.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar.
Over park, over pale, thorough bush, thorough briar.
We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere.
And we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green.
The cowslips tall, her pensioners be, in their gold coats, spots you see.
These be rubies, fairy favors, in their freckles live their savors.
And we must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear.
Farewell, thou love of spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
King's doth keeps his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight.
For Oberon is passing foul wrath, and because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling.
And jealous Oberon would have the child, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy.
And now they never meet in grove or green, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in baking quite, or you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he? Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am the merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon to make him smile when I have fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in his likeliness a filly foal, the wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale. Sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum and down topple she.
But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous, Oberon?
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead to dance our wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport, and through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Spring, summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same debate comes from our progeny of evils, our dissension, we are their parents and original.
Do you mend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake will I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently stay in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us.
Give me the boy, go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away!
Well, go thy way, thou shalt not from this grove, till I torment thee for thy injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all unarmed, a certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet, mark it I where the bolt of Cupid fell, it fell upon a little western flower. Fetch me this flower, the herb I shewed thee once, the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop a liquor of it on her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf.
I went the wrong way.
Hika off the chat. Be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love.
Demetrius!
But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
Oh, you draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love you the more.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, here it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox slips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Scene 2, another part of the woods. Enter Titania with her fairies.
Now a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rosebud, some war with rear mice in their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
Hence away now all is well.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. In thy eye thou shalt appear, when thou wakest it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I, upon this bank, will rest my head.
One turf shall serve a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and a single troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meeting in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchanged with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom we deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. I love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Ah, through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Queens of Athens, you know where this is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And there the maiden, sleeping sound on the dick and dirty ground. Oh, pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all this power this charm doth owe. And when thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep thy seat on thy eyelid. So awake! When I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Help! Help!
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, will that darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy be Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so my eyes are oftener worse than hers. No. I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, and through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Yeah! Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish upon my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so, Lord, that he love your Hermia, Lord, but no. Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes with her I've spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would change a raven for a dove?
No.
Oh.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you, Lord, of more true gentleness. That a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused?
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near. And all my powers address thy love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight. Huzzah!
Oh, help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What removed? Lysander, Lord. What, out of hearing gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear speak about loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I will perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
3, Scene 1, The Wood. Titania is still laying asleep. Enter the mechanicals.
Is all our company here?
Here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we'll do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince! There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that just will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have advice to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, let it say that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This shall put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Will the ladies not be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Well, we shall have another prologue. But there is 2 hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into a chamber for Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight. Does the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar.
Oh.
A calendar. A calendar. Calendar. Calendar.
Calendar.
Calendar.
Calendar.
A calendar.
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 Yeah.
An almanac. Almanac.
Almanac.
Ooh.
Ooh.
24th of June.
Yes, the 24th of June.
24th of June.
Yes, moon does shine that night.
Why then may you leave a casement of the great chamber open where we play, and the moon may shine through the casement?
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorn and a lanthorn and say he come to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine.
For this relief, much thanks.
A portrait!
Oh.
Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
We can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some loam or rough cast or plaster about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through this cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? Oh, a play toward? I'll be an auditor, and an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors.
Odors.
Odors.
Yes.
Odors. 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 Oh, okay. Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark a voice, stay thou but here a while, and by to thee I will appear.
A strange Pyramus that I played here.
Must I speak now?
I marry, must you?
Oh, as true as horse that yet would never touch.
Pyramus, enter, your cue has passed. It is never tire. Again.
Truce, horse that you would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I row me thine. Eon! Why do they run away? This is but a mockery of them to make me afeard.
See on thee.
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated! Ah!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me, if they could. But I will not stir. No, I will do what they can. I will walk up and down. And I'll sing to let them know that I'm not afraid. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Ba-dum-bum-bum, all by myself.
Angel, wake me from my bed. I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and my fair virtue's force perforce doth move me to say, to swear, I love thee!
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love do keep little company together these days.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had enough wit to get out of these woods, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood you don't desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou will or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee berries to feed on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on crested flowers dost sleep. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
Ready? And I.
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. Not to elves and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
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 Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower.
Act 3, Scene 2, another part of the woods. Enter Oberon.
I wonder if Titania be awakened. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit?
You're like, my mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals were met together to rehearse a play intended for Theseus' nuptial day, when the shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seed and entered in break, when I did at him this advantage take, an ass's gnaw I fixed upon his head. As Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that I finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breaths so bitter on your bitter foe.
No, I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too. Where is Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out dog, out cur, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Oh, once tell true, even for my sake.
I am not guilty of Lysander's blood.
I pray thee, tell me then that he's well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me no more, and from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sing in the apple of his eye.
When his love he doth espy, let her shine as glorious as the Venus of the sky.
When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
O captain of our ferry band, Helena is here on hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading of a lover's fee. Woo, shall we their fond pageancy? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh, devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
O Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eyne?
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone.
Helen, it is not so.
Look, where thy love comes yonder is thy dear.
Oh, thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear I thank it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love thou would not let him bide. Why seekest thou me? Could not this let thee know that the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. But fare you well, 'tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena!
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach up to mine eye.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she's fierce.
Little, again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence.
Leave me, King of Shadows. I mistook.
Robin, lead these testy rivals so astray, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem but a dream and fruitless vision.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak, in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars? I'll whip thee with rod. He is defiled who draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. Ooh. Then fallen am I, in a dark, uneven way. Oh, here will rest me.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me away from mine own company.
Yet but three? Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Oh, here she comes, all cursed and sad. Oh, Cupid is a knavish lad, but to make poor females mad. Oh, never so and weary, never so with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me until the break of day. Heaven's shield Lysander if they meet a fray. On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to you. Nope, your eye, gentle of a remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest in delight true sight of thy former lady's eye.
Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again,
and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my ears, Peas Blossom.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonably good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Earth angel, will you be mine? My darling dear, love you all the time. I'm just a fool who's in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and I pray that someday I'll be the vision of your loveliness. fools in love with you.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage I now do begin to see. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of the Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back repair, and think no more as night's Athens, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Beest thou was wont to be, seest thou was wont to see, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower have such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions I have seen! Methought I was enamored of an ass.
Aww.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Come, my queen, take hands with me.
Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came to be this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Well, in another part of the forest, enter Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus. They see the young lovers.
Soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep.
And this Lysander, this Demetrius is. This Helena, old Nader's Helena, I wonder if they're being here together.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle conquered in this world? That hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half asleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. And now do I bethink me. So it is! I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
Methinks I see things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. By the way, let us recount our dreams.
Bottom awakes in a different part of the forest.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho, Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinker, Starveling, God's my life, stolen hence, and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what a dream it was. Man is but an ass, if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There is no man can say what methought I was. And methought I had... Man is but a patched fool, if he were to offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, nor his tongue conceive, nor his heart report. what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, for it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the latter end of a play before the Duke, peradventure, to make it the more gracious. I shall sing it at her death.
Act 5, Scene 2, Athens. Peter Quince's house.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forth. Doth it?
It is not possible. There is not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Oh, Bottom, a most courageous day, a most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders.
What?
But ask me not what, for if I tell you I'm no true Athenian, I will tell you everything as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Get your apparel together, every man look o'er his part, for the short and the long is our place preferred. And, my dear and most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away!
And our final scene, Athens, the palace of Theseus.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your heart.
Now, what masks, what dances shall we have, to wear away this long age of 3 hours, between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? Help illustrate.
Here, mighty Theseus, make choice of which your highness will see first. The battle of the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian to the harp.
Well, none of that.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love, Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical, tedious and brief.
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have ever known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I've heard it over, and it is nothing.
I will hear that play. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
So, please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall. That vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through a wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper. At the which let no man wonder. This man, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet by Ninus' tomb there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, this trusty Thisbe coming first by sight, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall. And on comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lie in moonshine wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the line be to speak.
In this same interlude it doth befall, that I, when snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall, I know, sorry, it's such a wall as I would have you think that had a crannied hole or chink, in which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often so secretly. This loam, this rough cast in stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
It is the wittiest partition that I did ever hear discourse, my lord.
O grim-looked night! O night with you so black! O night that ever art when day is not! O night, alack! Alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And now, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see? O wicked wall, cursed be thy stones, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, miss, in truth, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now when I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will all fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, so often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy and see if I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe, wilt thou meet me at old Minnie's tomb straight away?
Thy life, thy death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
This is the silly stuff that ever I heard. Here come two noble beasts in a man and a lion. Oh,
You, ladies, you, who gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough and mildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, when snug the joiner, am a lion's foe, nor else no lion's am. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
This lanthorn doth the horn moon present, myself the man in the moon do seem to be. All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog. Woof! Woof!
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar!
Ah.
Snug, stop choking me.
It's okay.
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take truest Thisbe's sight. But stay! Spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell, O fates, come, come. Cut thread and thrum. Out sword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I the left pap, where his heart doth hop. Thus I die, thus. Now I am dead, now I am dead. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die, 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 die.
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 Dies.
Asleep, my love. What dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise. Speak, speak. Quite dead.
Dead.
A tomb must cover these sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Oh, lovers make moan, his eyes were
blue.
His eyes were
blue,
green as leaves. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, bigger than gore, since you've shore the sheerest thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, and blade my breast and brew. Hooah! And farewell, friends, thus this ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and the wall.
No, I assure you, the wall that parted their fathers is down. Would it please you to see the epilogue, or perhaps a bergamask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse, but come now, your bergamask, let your epilogue alone.
Iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. A fortnight hold we in this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now it is time of night that the graves all gaping wide, everyone that's forth a sprite in the churchway past to glide.
And we fairies that do run by the triple hecate steam from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream.
Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house.
We are sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as I am in honest puck, if we have unearned luck, yet to escape the serpent's tongue and to make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you
Woohoo! Nicely done, everyone!
Ladies
Good job.
and
Take a
gentlemen.
bow. Take a bow.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. If you have some questions for the audience, from the audience to the actors or to the director, please send me a chat, and I will ask those to our directors and our audience. Until then, Erin, do you want to say a few words?
That was so much fun. I don't know about you, but I had a great time seeing you all do this play again in a very different setting. And how so for our audience that didn't know, we had a very brief rehearsal just to, figure out how to turn videos on and off and all that jazz. But there are a few moments that were like, ooh, can we try, maybe pass the phone? And so we figured out a few things, but we didn't get through the whole play. So it was interesting to see how actors were coming up with quick, how do I figure out that one moment in this new medium? So that was so cool, with some of that stuff happening. It was great. Yes.
So we do have a question from Shani Kedar. She says kudos, which is great, and says, how did it feel to do this as a reading, a virtual reading? Who would like to answer that?
For me, it was a lot. It was fun, of course. I enjoyed getting back together with you guys and reading this show. But it was very difficult because, if we had lines together, it was delayed, and you might have been on mute, or just technical difficulties like that were, I think, a big roadblock. and also because you can't really feel anybody else's energy like in the same room and act off of each other. But it was a challenge for sure, and I think that it was really fun, and we should do it more in the future.
Nick Bottom has raised his hand to answer that too.
I don't know if you can see me. I don't think you can.
No.
Hello?
There you
Okay. So I thought it was very interesting because there's a lot less physicality and it's a lot more about face acting and taking face cues off. But it's very different than performing in a live theater. And I don't know, I enjoyed it, but it was also very challenging.
Well, that being said, so our next question is from Flavia Valente. She says, very, very well done. But what do you think was the single most difficult part of performing in this platform? Who wants to answer that? Hippolyta, talk to me.
Hi. Okay. So I know Erin loves saying that Shakespeare is meant to be performed and not just read. So it was definitely a challenge trying to get everyone to time it right, like Kuresh said and how Kai was saying. So I think it's the difficult part about being on this online type thing is that we don't really get to interact in the way that Shakespeare is supposed to be done. So yeah.
Awesome. I think Oberon had her hand up. Did I see that?
Yeah. I think also totally building on that point is like you can't really look your scene partner in the eyes because you're like kind of reading the script and then also trying to make contact with like the camera and then also trying to look at your scene partner. So it's like a lot of things happening at once when on stage you just get to look at the person. So I feel like that's like a new thing that was harder to navigate.
Even more distraction for the actor.
Yeah.
Right. Emil, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think a hard thing in this platform is that it's kind of harder to tell the story because maybe the audience they know what the story from acting it out, but since we can't do that here, it might be harder to do that.
Very true. Very difficult.
But,
Erin.
And yet also, what we have to do, it's challenging as actors. I don't mean to call actors out. I'm an actor too, so I can say it. But some of us as actors, we're lazy. And we rely on sets and costumes and sound to do the job for us, to tell the story for us. So if anything, I know that this is hard because I'm actually doing another Shakespeare play where I'm in it. So I understand the other part too, like on this platform, that it's so hard, but this is going to be a good exercise for actors to really go back to the text, the words, and how to tell the story and create all those images with the text only. And luckily you have your face, you have some parts of your body available, as well as, your voice. So really, if anything, I think moving forward, I know I would personally love to do more Shakespeare because I think it works well in this setting because the text is so filled with imagery. So if we were to do something like this again, and maybe a play that we haven't worked on, like Midsummer Night's Dream, we would have to do some scene work and some text work to make sure that we know exactly what we're saying, so we can help tell that story and not rely on all those cool things that we think do our job for us. When in reality, it's all about us. If we don't know what we're saying and not what we're doing, then then the story's not told. So Shakespeare is the best thing to do in this kind of platform, I think. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. It's really it's fascinating to see how we have to go back to basics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Flavia also said, I agree with you, Erin, that this platform could be really difficult to follow, but because it was so well recited, I found the story easy and pleasant to follow. So there you go.
Okay.
And Jennifer Simmons says the comments at the end really helped us. And Jessica, great reading company. So let's do Romeo and Juliet again too. Well, I think we can announce that. So look out for your emails, ladies and gentlemen. That's a perfect segue because we will be doing, in the next coming weeks, we will be doing Romeo and Juliet. We did it last year. We're going to try to bring that cast back. We will have a day rehearsal before. So I think we're rehearsing on the Wednesday prior. So we're working all that out, and we will let you know ASAP. Okay, so it's already in the works. It's already happening. So if there's nothing else to say, Erin, do you have anything else to say before we?
I mean, thank you guys so much for spending. I know it's hard to sometimes sit for an hour or hour and a half and sit and watch. I get it. So thank you so much for coming and joining and sharing this crazy show with us in this crazy time. So thank you all. As again, Shakespeare, he wrote about the human condition and what it's like to be a human. And so this is what a time it is to be a human right now. So if only Shakespeare were alive today, the plays he would write about today, what I would give. So, kiddos, start writing.
So FYI, the plan is to, we recorded this session, and we will be putting it on some sort of a platform so you can watch it in the future as well, and you can share it with people. So have fun with that. And thank you very much. We're going to end our evening, or that's afternoon. So thank you for joining us this Sunday afternoon. And keep your keep your eyes peeled on your emails and on Facebook for when the next play readings are. The very next play reading is actually this coming Sunday, and it's Mergirl Saves the Waves. It's a brand new musical written by Bess Weldon, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So check that out. That's going to be next Sunday afternoon. So we will see you then.